Hi guys, welcome back. Well, Manchester United lost at home to Leeds by 2 goals to 1. There are a lot of things that went wrong for Manchester United in that game, which I will be discussing in this video. First and foremost, I have to say that Leeds United, they came into that game to win. And they did all they could to secure that victory, and which they got at the end of the day. And from my own point of view, I think where they are in the relegation zone is more or less the motivation for them to go ahead at Manchester United, and they got what they deserve, because I don't think United deserve to win that game. They only switched on in the later part of the second half after they are one man down. So for me personally, I believe that this will be a big lesson for United, because the way they started that game was extremely bad and extremely poor. First and foremost, from their defense, the way they play as if they are too big. From my own point of view, they play as if they are too big, like Leeds are not going to do us anything, because the way they play pass lackadaisically, the way they give the ball away so cheaply was really, really bad, most especially in their defense. They do so multiple times, which caused them a really big problem. The way they give the ball away as well in the midfield was not good enough, and the likes of Casemiro, who later put one goal back for them in the later part of the game, gave the ball away on multiple occasions. Where I think from a midfielder's point of view, if you are giving the ball away in a crucial area like that, it's going to cost your team. And overall, I have to say, except for Bruno Fernandes, who was a little bit of a spark for them, I don't think there was any other Manchester United player that was outstanding in that game. All of them switched off, right? It was after they got the red card through Lisandro Martinez before they switched on and they started pressurizing Leeds. Now, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, they know that they have good height up front, and Leeds used it efficiently to their advantage, which on multiple occasions, Dominic Calvert-Lewin got the best of Lenny, because I think Lenny was one assigned to him to mark him because of the height difference between him and Lisandro Martinez. So for me, I believe Leeds know what they had as an advantage, and they use it, they maximize it to their advantage against Manchester United. And as well, Manchester United were inefficient in the final third. They were inefficient in the final third. There are a couple of times where they had beautiful opportunities, beautiful chances created in the final third, where they could have been more patient, but they just wasted those opportunities, which I think, from my point of view, if they have been more efficient, I believe with this awful performance that they had, they might have at least draw this game or even win the game. From Leeds United point of view, I believe what they used to their advantage as well was their wing backs, most especially in the first half. They used their wing backs to extend the width of the field, which caused Manchester United some problems to close them down, because they have the likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who is a threat in the 6-yard box, and that was the focus for majority of Manchester United's defense, just to make sure they limited that threat by crowding the 6-yard box. But they could not really do that. They could not really prevent all those goals, right? They couldn't do that, and sometimes this kind of things also led to the second goal, because they crowded the 6-yard box, and they could not clear their line before Okafor scored the second goal. And Lisandro Martinez, I think that is another good talking point, because he dragged Dominic Calvert-Lewin's hair, and I think there is no there is no referee will ever forgive that kind of offense, right? And I've seen the likes of players like Marco Corella, who has also had his hair being drawn by players. So for me, I think it was the right decision, but it was stupid from Martinez's point of view, because I do not know the reason why you had to draw a player's hair. You are halfway line. Both of you had lost the ball. There's absolutely no way he's going to get to the ball ahead of you. I do not know the reason why he pulled his head. That was stupid from my own point of view. It was utterly stupid. And as well, from that point onward, after he received that red card, they were extremely bad before that red card. And after he got that red card, they switched on. It's more or less like they played far better when they were 10 men than they did when they were 11 men. And I think these are moments which defined games, because if they had been, I was imagining if there had been 11 players on that field, there's every possibility that Manchester United will have gotten that victory. But that stupidity from Lisandro Martinez, I will say it cost them that game as well. Now moving on to the moment of the game where Okafor scored 2 brilliant goals for Leeds United in the 5th minute, and as well in the 29th minute before Casemiro pulled one back through a header in the 69th minute. Now, it was a cross, as I said earlier. The wing-backs, Leeds wing-backs was used to extend the width of the field, and the cross that came from the right-hand channel through the wing-back, Lenioro wasn't strong enough, and Calvert-Lewin got the best of him. Although both of them nearly missed that ball before the ball fell to Okafor, who made no mistake to give Leeds the opening goal. And in the second goal was from the edge of the box. It was also a cross into the box. They could not clear their line. They were struggling to clear their line, and in the end, Okafor smashed home the ball, which was deflected by Lenioro. And Martinez made a huge goal line clearance in the first half, which I think kept United in that game as well. I have to be honest, because if Leeds had scored that goal, I don't think they would have had that energy to go at Leeds United in the second half. And as well, Benjamin Sesko missed a couple of opportunities. I know there was opportunity as well where he missed, where I think Leeds United players also cleared before the ball crossed the goal line, because that was a deflection of the goalkeeper. And as well, Dominic Calvert-Lewin also made a goal line clearance from a header from Casemiro. So these are just all that happened in that game. Overall, I believe United, they were extremely bad. I have to say again, they were really, really bad. And after so much off that they had, that they didn't play active football before now, I believe they should have been revitalized enough to have that energy to to press Leeds United and get all the victory. But from Leeds United point of view, I think it was an amazing game for them, because they were in the relegation battle. That was a motivation enough for them to play the way they did against Manchester United. So these are just my own observation and my own thought about the game. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. If you are just coming across this for the very first time, please do well to share, subscribe, and if you are already, please click the like button and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in another episode. And bye for now.